Hey there. My name is Christy Childs Arp, and I just thought I would come on YouTube and talk about why, if you're over 50, and I'm a little bit beyond that, you can start your own YouTube channel. I mean, if you have a cell phone, you can actually do this. And it's never been easier to start your own YouTube channel. And you may think, well, what will I talk about? Well, what are you good at? Here's an example I was thinking of um, as this handyman just left our house and he was checking the water pressure. And he was so honest and he said, I'm not a plumber. I've never claimed to be a plumber, but I can do plumbing. And I made a mistake last time I was here and the water pressure is too low. But he said, I don't think we should change it. And I thought to myself, after he left, that is his expertise. He knows enough about things in the house that he could actually sit down and do a YouTube channel in his car, his truck. And if you look on YouTube, you'll find people starting to do just that, like just real life conversations about real life things. It doesn't have to be some virtual reality. It can be about something that you are an expert and know a lot more about than most people. And it doesn't necessarily have to be job related. It could be, like your favorite recipe. I mean, when we went to family reunions growing up, my great aunts, they would make like these 10-layer cakes, coconut cake, chocolate layers. They were like 10 layers. The best banana pudding you ever put in your mouth. And if I were good at that, and I'm not, I could do a channel on, you know, great aunt, my great aunt's recipes, or you could call it Granny's recipes. I've seen people do that on Facebook with Facebook Lives and do really well. The thing about YouTube is you think, well, why would I spend my time on YouTube? Well, first of all, it's humongous, gigantic. There's so many people on YouTube. And, every time we have a problem with like something we bought, and like we have one of these robot um, vacuum cleaners, and I couldn't remember which one was the clean tank and which one was the dirty tank. So I went, of course, on YouTube, and my husband bought a new grill, and he had a problem. I said, "Honey, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube." And so everybody's on YouTube, and it's not just for solving problems, although that would be a great channel for you, but it's also about entertainment, education. If you look on my channel, I started several years ago, and I've sort of dabbled in Etsy, print on demand, and affiliate marketing. And what my favorite thing to talk about and what I do every day is virtual. It's digital downloads. And if you're online and you're trying to, make money online, you're going to see a lot about digital downloads. And you think, what is that? All that is like, it's just like with Amazon and Kindle, that you can actually read a book online. You can read a book on your iPad. You can read a book on your cell phone. It's pretty cool. Wow, it's the same thing. Like you can write up an ebook, slap a cover on it, and then you can actually sell information online. It's information online, informational marketing. And you might think, well, who would buy my book? And here's how I got started like 10 years ago. I went to a conference and I paid several $1,000s to be there. And I really did learn all the basics of what I was to learn more about in days to come. I was completely lost, but as I put all the pieces together in the next following 3 years, I was able to understand the whole process. But it really just starts with, are people looking for what you want to talk about? Is it already selling on Amazon or other marketplaces? And do you know a little bit more about it than most people? And then you have to be able to, write it, put a cover on it, put a buy button on it. And if you want to know more about that, I do have a little ebook where I talk about that. And now, okay, so say for example, you know a lot of things about making cakes, but you're missing an ingredient or something. You can actually go to this free website. It's called Chat GPT, and you can put in, write what is a famous recipe for banana pudding if you can't remember like an ingredient. It's amazing. It will actually spit it out like in seconds. You can actually write a book with artificial intelligence. But if you're old school and that just goes against the grain, you don't have to use artificial intelligence. You can just use your good old brain. But it does help. I mean, you can actually do an outline and just fill it in. Um, and now they have online what's called templates. And it's sort of like a pattern. Like you can actually go into this website and push a button and it will show like an outline of your book. And all you would do is just fill in, let's copy and paste the words from this free website, or you can just use your own words. It's fine. And then you download it as a PDF and you have an ebook. The very first ebook I sold was called Stories for the Brokenhearted. It was like 70 just like random. They weren't even really poems. They were like little short stories. And it was very therapeutic for me as my heart was healing a few years ago. And we all have trauma of different kinds. And during that period of my life, it really helped me to just write down what I saw. And it was very, like I said, it was just very comforting. And so you may have some period in your life that was traumatic that you can write down and say what you did to handle it, the steps you took to get from totally brokenhearted to being able to laugh and feel emotions again. And if you've been through trauma, you know what I mean. You're not numb anymore. And I wrote that down after going to that conference. I understood how to download it as a PDF. I put it up for sale online, and some guy in Singapore bought it while I was asleep. And so I had seen these commercials about make money while you sleep when my kids were teenagers. And I thought, one day I'm going to make money while I sleep. And that night, 37 buckaroos, I made money while I slept. So it really is possible to create a digital downloadable book, an ebook. It's just like a book, but it's online. And you can actually download it. You can actually print it if you want to hold it in your hand. It doesn't have to be just read on a device, on a phone or laptop or an iPad. You can actually print it out and staple it, or you can print it out at a local pharmacy and actually get them to laminate the cover, make it a little bit more physical, since that's what we're used to. And there you go. Very cool. And it is the age of information, and the experts are saying that it's booming and it's just going to grow and grow and grow and explode. So if you're on YouTube, you can, number one, find something that you want to talk about that you would talk about anyway, that you talk about to your friends, or if somebody says, I mean, like for men, it could be anything from, how to landscape, or women, or a certain kind of flowers. I mean, we've been doing a lot of planting this year. Could be, talking about irrigation, how to organize your garage, how to organize your kitchen, how to organize your pantry. I mean, think about the famous celebrities who have become famous on television just talking about organization, how to declutter, how to declutter where I might have been hoarding in drawers. How to declutter is a huge niche online. So think about what you're good at, and you could actually write a book. Okay, and think about this. Even if you never want to write a book, you can still do YouTube. You can still talk about your life. There is excuse me, a channel I follow, Silver and Solo, and it's a wonderful lady, and she's just talking about living single and how she does it. And then she shows pictures of herself walking her dog. Okay, so I don't know exactly how she films that. I don't know if she puts her camera on she must put her camera on some kind of stand. Excuse me. And she just films herself at the end walking her dog with music. You may find that intimidating because you don't want to figure out how to film yourself walking. But the wonderful thing is you don't have to. You can sit in your living room like I'm doing right now, excuse me, and you can actually just take your cell phone. If you know how to take a picture with your cell phone, you can make a video. And then go on to Google and Google how to set up a YouTube channel. And you'll find all kinds of videos to show you how to set up your YouTube channel. And then the next thing you do is, Google how to upload your video. All right. So that's step 2. First of all, set up an account. Number 2, set up a channel, and then learn how to upload your video. Excuse me. And then the next thing you do is I want you to Google how to get your YouTube channel found. And then you're going to learn all kinds of things about keywords. And keywords are just the words that people type in to Google that would tell Google they're looking for your channel. That's all it is. And it's called search engines. Google is called a search engine. And that means that that's where we search. And it's an engine that we search with. Bing is a search engine, Pinterest, all of those social media sites are search engines, and they run just like the library did back in the day, and it still does. Libraries still run the same way, where when you want to look for a book, remember how we used to go to the card index and we would have to find it, and we had to find it. Say you had to write a paper on Abraham Lincoln, so your keywords, your search terms would be Abraham Lincoln. Or think about if you were looking for Abraham Lincoln's wife, then your search for in the cards would be Abraham Lincoln's wife. It's the same exact thing online with all these sites, with Facebook and Twitter. They're all run, Instagram, all run by terms that people are searching for. So there's one website, you might want to write this down. It's called answerthepublic.com. And that's how you can find out what are people typing in um, about a subject that you're interested in. So for example, if you wanted to do like Southern, I'm from the South USA, Southern baking recipes, those are the terms, those are the search keywords. You would put in answerthepublic.com. You'll see it. You get 3 free searches a day. You could type in there Southern, cake recipes, and see what people are actually searching for. There will be hundreds of phrases that will come up. So then what you can do is you can make a YouTube video for each of the questions that people are asking. And even if it's just 3 people, could be 10, could be 20, could be 40, 50, each month it will bring people to your channel. Now, if you never have anything to sell, and if that completely intimidates you, all you have to do is get enough views, and it could take months, it could take years, just depends on what you do. And once you reach a certain threshold of views, YouTube will actually pay you because you're putting content into their engine. Okay, you're putting fuel into their engine, so they're going to pay you back so that you put more fuel, more content, more videos into the Google YouTube. So YouTube is owned by Google. And yeah, that's how people get paid, with those wonderful ads that we see on the videos. But you don't get the privilege to put the ads on your videos and get paid by YouTube until you've had lots and lots of views. And you can also Google that. How many views do I have to get paid for? It's called monetization, ad revenue. Okay. So I hope that helps. I hope that breaks down why people are starting YouTube channels, why you might want to start your own YouTube channel. And I'm looking forward to my channel growing. Let me know in the comments below, because it really helps to incentivize me. And what do you want to know about growing a YouTube channel or creating an ebook? Okay. And then I will answer them. You take care. God bless you. Talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.